This is the video where I actually get to putting the flooring in, but a big storm had a very different plan for the Airstream. Before I got the floor and I decided there was a permanent wall and some outdoor storage spaces that weren't going to have flooring underneath them. So those need to be done first, and then of course I had to put these things back in. There's an outer black wheel well and then a small gap in this inner wheel well. So I stuffed in as much insulation as I possibly could and went to work riveting these back together. They're also made of ABS plastic and they were cracking where the original rivets were, so I mixed up the ABS and acetone and painted it on to help fix those issues. And then I tried to make them a little more sturdy by adding that piece of ABS on the front. It was holding up really good when I finished, so there's that. And of course, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. That was the easy part. Needed to be done, and not much thought required. So then I procrastinated and thought about my life choices and tried to decide how to build a wall.
We had a really big storm come through and it fully took out the gantry cranes there. Thought we were all in the clear, but I found this up here and it hit so hard that it actually put a giant crack there. So this might be a ginormous mistake. We'll find out. So I've done some measuring. I did measuring on the outside, I did measuring on the inside, kind of where that damage is on the outside. And it is pretty much directly behind this. So we're going to take this giant hole saw here and see if we can't get to it and then try to repair this later.
My mistake here is that I went way too high with how I cut it, and I ended up breaking it further down. I got all the insulation and then I used a weighted roller to help smooth out the wrinkle in the aluminum to my best ability. It doesn't look great, it doesn't look perfect, but I think for now it'll hold up. Once I did that, I started repairing it with my favorite method of ABS and acetone, and I stuck the pieces behind it to help hold it in place while I went into melting the ABS back into one piece. I put in some fresh closed cell spray foam and pushed that back in. After I got it placed here, I just topped it up with some ABS acetone slush and layered and sanded, and painted it, and you really can't tell where it's at anymore. This is the part where I attempt to make a wall. Did I do it right? No idea. Do I think it's going to hold up just fine? Yep. Is it perfectly straight? Well, up and down is really good. Other than that, I mean, how much does that matter, right? Did I use a laser level and it still end up like that? Yes. Yes, I did.
I haven't been filming, but I have built a few things. I've got boxes over the wheel wells just to provide an extra layer of protection because all it really was initially was just the plastic over the plastic, and those just feel a little bit more secure. Got the box back there that's going to be outdoor storage, and then the walls that I don't want on top of the flooring here for the bathroom. So that's it. Just simply made a mess out of everything else. And the next step is going to be flooring, so we gotta clean.
I put down a barrier and then got to work putting these in the corners of the Airstream. Doing the corners was pretty brutal, but I really like how this is turning out. I've yet to see how it will hold up to the changes in the temperature and humidity going down the road in an earthquake, animals and all of that, but I'm really happy with how it looks. It turned out great, and I know if I'm not 100% happy with it down the road, I can take it out, so I'm not building anything really on top of it, so it should be relatively easy to replace in the future if I need to. As you see, for the corners, I went with a jigsaw. Yes, most people simply use a razor blade, but I found that that was the best way to get the nice, neat, rounded corner. And there's a floor. I did put the required spacer around and subsequent silicone around the edge, so hopefully that's going to last a really long time. And next, I'm going to start with the bathroom, so maybe I'll even get a shower built. So subscribe to follow along, or otherwise, thanks for stopping by.
I got my feet on a cloud and I won't